What's going on, everybody? CaptainRoBear crew here for Stormforge, episode 52. All up in the nose.
Question.
That's the episode title. All up in the nose.
Silvery Bobs.
I heard you
Silvery
mention
Barbs.
yesterday on Maristran how 2 of their episodes on YouTube basically aren't really episodes. Does that mean they're not at 54 and they're also at 52?
No, they
you're
are
saying there's a
they're in the correct number. I edited the first one last night, which is like a whole whopping hour and 15 minutes, and you know the other one's equally as awesome. So unfortunately, they are still ahead.
I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. Brackets, I need to catch up.
Who knows who's gonna finish first? Who's gonna have the most episodes? They have 3 backstories to get to. I don't know.
Let's edge Stormforge.
Wait, they haven't gotten to any other backstories yet?
No, not a lot of them. They've been in a new city. They were all people. Well, I guess you guys are kind of all thrown into a new city too, but yeah.
I mean, not all of us, right?
Our stories connect really well, though.
Yeah.
Who's got big announcements that we'll let the community know about? Let's start with.
Okay, I'll go first.
Let's start. Hold on. I'm prepped for Bife. I'm prepped for Bife. I'm not prepped for you. Go ahead, Bife. Start yours first.
I'm so sorry, Ed. I'm so sorry.
No. You're so good.
Damn, Sam and I both pointed to you perfectly as well. I was so ready for this. Okay, so I don't usually do shoutouts like this when it comes down to a sponsorship that I'm doing. However, this is a big exception, and it's because it's to do with Velvet Fang and Destiny. For those of you who don't know, for years, Velvet Fang has been working on stuff to do with a conversion of Destiny into a D&D 5e playable thing. Like, they've built the systems out. It's awesome. They have the mechanics for everything that would make it feel like Destiny, like using firearms as weapons generally, like the powers of the light, such as your grenades, your super resurrections, ghosts, all that cool stuff. They have a ton of other interesting in-game systems. I know that in the server currently, they're testing things like using a Hamkara wishes, which, if you know anything about Destiny, basically it's Faustian bargains and things that do interesting stuff on their side of things. They have a bestiary with over 100 monsters, and that's just in their Destiny 1st edition, which is all free. However, currently I'm sponsored by them because they want to raise money over on their Patreon to fund their 2nd edition. In particular, it's for the art of the 2nd edition. If you go to, I mean, you can see it up on the stream right now, they have some incredible art inside their 1st edition as is, not just the covers. It's awesome stuff, but they need to be able to fund it in order to get their 2nd edition out there. And that 2nd edition is cool because it involves other stuff that's more contemporary to Destiny. So that's going to include another 100+ monsters, which is fantastic. The ability to use darkness subclasses, such as Stasis and Strand, which is another huge deal if you know Destiny. That's the massive development. And the really big one, they've worked on the mechanics for you to be able to take your Destiny party and do a raid. So it's a huge deal. Like, the 2nd edition of Destiny is awesome. They don't know I'm shouting them out on this in particular. It's not even part of the sponsorship or anything. I just figured that with this audience and with the love that this community has around everything to do with D&D and some things to do with Destiny, I absolutely had to tell people about this. I know Kitty over at Velvet Fang personally. She's been working on this for, I mean, I don't know if it's exactly a decade, but I know I've been a Patreon supporter of them for what feels like a decade. It's definitely been years, and they have 600 plus pages of free documentation for you to do this stuff. So if you have some spare money, kick it towards their Patreon so they can fund the art for their 2nd edition. Very much something that would make their day. And I've also said publicly in my sponsorship, which should go live on YouTube at some point soon, if their 2nd edition art does get funded, I will see about DMing a campaign over on my channel for Destiny. I don't know how long that will be, and I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to look at grabbing some people for it. And yeah, it's going to be good fun. It's going to be a fantastic time. I'm just really jazzed about it. Go support them. Velvet Fang are awesome.
Let's go.
Congrats. That's huge.
I've never played Destiny. I'm 100% going to check that out. That looks amazing.
I think there are elements to the world, Ed, that you will really enjoy. It's so, Destiny is a bit of everything, which is what I love about it. There are elements to it where it's very hopeful, and then there are elements where it really embraces some grim, dark horror. And there's some stuff all the way in between that just pulls from all human culture. It's brilliant. Like, yeah. You
can just
are
listen
getting
to
a
one
very,
of his videos.
Yeah, you're getting the most biased opinion of all on that one, though. So don't take it from me.
You're
enjoy
Lord
it.
Daddy.
Yeah, play
Look,
it for
what
what you want to get out of it. You know what I
If
mean?
you love your lore children, I'll love them too.
Aw.
All right, now you're up, Ed.
So one of the reasons why I've been so absent from the channel for a while is because I have started a new job. I am a game designer over at War Cradle Studios, and the Venn diagram of role players and people who enjoy miniatures games is basically a circle. We recently put to print our brand new game, which is coming out anytime soon. Armored Clashes is a brand new 10mm war game about tanks and ranks of infantry and large giant weapons of war. It is set in an alternate late 19th century. That is the rulebook that I have helped write, and we have a cornucopia of really cool stuff coming out. The entire team have done a wonderful job with it. If you like miniatures games, if you like war games, if you like tabletop games, or if you are war game curious, check it out. It is incredibly accessible. The book itself has been designed to be as welcoming for old players as it is for new. It would be lovely to see some of you checking it out. And additionally, Sam has pointed out, a couple of people in chat, 4th Age Book 2 is coming, and we might have an announcement soon, right, Sam? Yeah.
Time is pudding.
The best. But that's it from me.
I'm so proud of my friends. Y'all are doing such cool things.
All the things.
Yeah.
Who's up next?
I'm not doing anything right now.
That's a lie. What are you
So-
talking about?
I'm just working my day job. No TTRPGs going on right now. I have this in Vecna. Tell 'em about it. Which is tomorrow night.
You've infected
Over
me
here.
with that brainworm. I'm so sorry, Sam, but also I'm not
Imagine
sorry.
an emote like the "Let's Go," but
Yeah.
it's perfect. It's the goblin. Actually, you already have the art right there. Just gotta change the letters. Yeah, I don't have anything else. Stuff's coming, but that's really it. I don't have any fun info. Except I'll be at TwitchCon with Winter Project's booth, and we have a special person we're bringing in to DM a small table at our booth on Saturday. Somebody that y'all might know. It's not RoBear. Before everyone can.
It's not me. It is not me.
It's Ed's.
I wish. I want to get all of my friends there. That's it. Your turn, Drak.
I don't have anything.
What?
I just came
What?
back from. I have things I'm working on, but nothing I can announce.
Always.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
That's the
there
drag.
we go.
Yeah.
There
I
we
guess
go.
that's- I guess
Nothing.
that's
I was about to
Are
be
you
like, who are you and what have you done with the real drag? Like,
Yeah, we were worried for a second.
I have things I'm working on, but I can't announce just yet. They're very cool things, is all I will say.
Always.
But yeah, I will announce it at some point because I imagine it's going to be something I need to. I'll be telling to the public to help me out with it at some point. But for now, it's going to stay hush hush. And things I can talk about. Honestly, I don't think there's really anything. Everything kind of been on a standstill because of my month away during August. So we'll see if anything picks up. Yeah. Nothing from me.
Sam and I will have an announcement at some point in time for TwitchCon for those that will be there.
Sam looks terrified.
Yeah, Sam looks
I'm
confused.
so confused.
That involves
Oh wait,
rolling,
I remembered something.
that involves rolling dice as well.
Oh, that's already been announced.
Where publicly?
Where publicly?
That's not been publicly announced to my knowledge.
Where privately?
I'll play it for you.
Where's the tweet? I haven't
Stella
announced
posted
this.
it like a month ago.
What?
Yeah, I only found
What?
out because of getting tagged in tweets too.
Oh my god.
So I
Let me
do
see
have
if I
a
have
thing. But I'll be entirely honest, it isn't greatly communicated because I don't know where the thing is. But I was in a live recorded Star Trek miniseries sponsored by Modiphius, and we're using the second edition system that came out, I think, at Gen Con. I think it was announced and actually like officially came out. So if you want to see it in play with some very cool players like Josephine McAdam, Nathan Blades, and Quinn, the Quinn, who recently made a venture from, I think, video gaming to TTRPGs. You can check that out. I'll be honest, I don't know where. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if it's on the Modiphius YouTube or on our GM guy, How to Be a Good GM YouTube. So I need to check that. But yeah, it's a ton of fun when you find it. But yeah, that's the only other thing I can think of that is like ongoing at the moment.
Oh my god, there it is. There it actually was a tweet. I favorited a bunch of things. Oh man.
Yeah, you quote tweeted it.
Well, hey, you know what? Hey, no better time than
forget
now.
When I breathe sometimes, you're good.
Yeah, so we're at a different time now, but yeah, we're gonna be a part of a D&D game at TwitchCon, the ultimate heist. Me, Sam, and a bunch of our friends you've probably never seen us play with
Baddie?
before. Baddie, Danotej, and Stella, and Runaway Robot. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I literally board an airplane right after it gets done.
Damn.
Because they bumped the time
Yeah,
back.
did you see they pushed it? Yeah. When I
Like-
saw that, I was like, I have to break down our booth.
I am literally going to be with my carry-on on stage because I have 2 hours the minute we finish to get to the airport, and then I'm going.
Ah.
Can you stream from the Depart's Lounge?
I'm sure TSA would love that.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely love it. Live stream for everyone to see.
Yeah, they
Pull
all
out my
privacy.
gun!
Anything is possible now that the community has officially anointed me as a Twitch partner after all of these years. So
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Back there next year?
So this will be funny. The first time I have always been at all the Twitch stuff because I've used media passes through Radio Mang. So
That's why I thought you were with partners.
yeah,
That and I mean, you get the numbers. Obviously, you can get subscriptions, but it's
we
like,
were partnered numbered a long time ago, but because we're 24/7, they don't want to look at the specific analytics of what does an actual show bring in. So the community just went ham and decided we're just going to make all your rerun numbers look like partner numbers, so it gets pushed through. So this was all them. They're the best. They earned it. I can't wait to get a hold of Khan later this week, and we'll put in a new animated OG emotes. So more goblins doing gobbo things. And we love that because he's the best. But don't worry, he's always very busy. So expect it to be a Christmas present because he's usually about a 3-month wait kind of guy. But Khan is the best. We met at the parking lot of GCX so many years ago. So he will always and forever be my emote maestro. Very excited for that. But yes, thank you guys. You guys are the best. This one's all for you. So next time we do charity, hopefully we can try to get front page. Super excited about that. Now that you've made the goal 11K to try to cross through. No pressure. No pressure.
you like charity? You're pushing for front page for stuff?
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Yeah, we should talk. I know a guy.
But enough delaying. We have to pick up where we mentally left off from GCX. There's no amount of description that I can give that basically went down to truly orchestrate the chaos and mastery that was the battle for Sims Tower. Luckily, it is now up in the rotation. I went ahead and just grabbed it from my Twitch stream. Hopefully we get an even better recording. Maybe the audio is actually mixed. Don't cross your fingers or hold your breath. We're just hoping. But it will be in the rotation. It will get released on YouTube so everybody else can catch up to it. However, the party successfully defending Sims Tower, embarrassing both the Silent Gear and the Voshborg, as well as putting a certain Yancy Bin in his place. All the while humanizing the AI Simrek, the grafter of realities, and introducing him to the best points of humanity. Now our party stands at the precipice with Myshkin firmly in control of that tower after Sim's sacrifice to destroy both himself and Yancy Bin by breaking the Staff of the Magi. I have no idea where you guys want to pick up from here. It is your choice if you want to begin moments after in the tower, if you want to wake up back at the Amber Forge or in the tower. That is your choice. You guys tell me.
I think there's
It's up to
something.
you, Ed, with the books. Sorry.
I was going to say, I think it's something to say on Ed's side of things, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think, regardless of what the rest of the party is doing, I think, as per Myshkin's final words last session, I think he wants people to tend to their loved ones. Stormforge almost perished, as did everyone upon it. It would be good for them to be reassured, and it would be good for them to see their family.
I feel like when Myshkin would have said that, she would have rebutted you with, well, you're one of our loved ones.
He smiles, and for the first time with no real doubt in his eyes, he just nods and, I know. But we have been traveling together, albeit somewhat eventfully. But the Amber Forge is waiting, and I have distractions here. I'll be fine.
Yeah, you do. Well, make sure to stop by for some food, or Vive will be very upset.
That I am very aware. And, Loluphia, you are extraordinary. And I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I'm very kind.
It's also very honest.
She would kind of like touch the side of your arm, like a little rub, because she's not too much on contact. So that's pretty big for her. But all right. She's looking around at everybody else. What are you all doing?
I think Kallisto's staring up at the sky, looking at the spot where the anomaly had been, where it no longer is, almost as if waiting for something to happen. And I think after a moment, when it becomes very clear nothing will happen, they clench their jaw, shake their head, and look back to the rest of you. I think I think Myshkin is right. I think I would like to see my family.
Absolutely. Farouk, Kaiva, are you coming with?
Yes.
You kind of jog Kaivar out of a moment of recollection and contemplation. He's still sitting there and looking at the remains of everything that was sacrificed or lost in the battle, be that the loss of Sim and the sacrifice that Thane made in order to bring the tower back, and even the loss of Simarek. Realizing in those last moments the joy and the value of humanity and the human experience, this idea suddenly dwelled within him that nothing which is truly beautiful can last. It's a very strange, touching moment for a creature that has always been sort of expanding the bounds of its emotional intelligence. You see Kaivar exploring that tentatively, but with a degree of almost thankfulness. It's clear he's taking in an entirely new kind of experience.
Farouk?
I would like to have dinner, please.
Oh, yes.
That was a lot.
V will definitely have dinner for us.
Oh. Because I'm still sitting. Farouk is meta exhausted from DMing last session / exhausted from being Farouk, just sitting there with about 90 pounds of steam and sweat as I came off that stage. He's gonna eat like his little last bit of zucchini bread. That would be
Is
mighty
it super
fine.
dense?
It's like a ball. Little squish.
Yeah.
Little squish
Oh,
ball.
ball, it's a cake pop.
It's very, very crumbled.
Saran wrap. It's always gets so bound.
I think we deserve at least a night of rest. We dealt with 2 of the 3 threats, and quite luckily the most timely ones. So I think we can relax. At least a little bit.
Yes. 96 nights to go. Yes.
It was just 97. When are we sleeping?
Hopefully soon.
That's not me saying another night has passed. That's me saying when we wake up, it will be 96. I'm actively trying to keep... Yeah.
By the way, 96 days away is the first week of December. I didn't even
What?
realize that.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, it's December 2nd.
That's
wild.
incredible.
That's wild. That's wild.
Let's go home.
Let's go home.
Myshkin, make sure you come home before it's too late.
I will. I miss the forge and the warmth.
Are you gonna drop us off, or do we have to make us walk the whole way?
You see Kaivar getting very nervous as he remembers that he had to get here by clinging on for dear life to poor Farouk in eagle form.
I don't have any more wild shapes left. Okay.
Will you drive us home, please?
Literally,
In your towel?
could you?
I think we can walk. I'd rather not land a flying tower right beside the fort. I don't think that'd be great for business.
Oh,
Not
goodness,
at all.
it's
just
gonna
like living at
hover. We
Stormforge.
get to
Myshkin
rappel down
just-
the side.
Myshkin just places a bit of scroll with a big red L on, just like outside the window, and just stands back. I'll practice in your absence.
Ivar gives a very visible buggy sigh and pulls out his scroll of Featherfall.
We both just sad boys featherfall to the ground together.
Lightly.
But Dad, I don't want to walk home.
I don't want to walk home. I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting.
I've used all my spell slots.
I can't pull over any farther. Oh, Kallisto would make me walk.
Look, we already went through enough. Landing a giant tower outside of this forge is going to scare away the customers.
Nobody said we had to land it. I'm gonna feather fall down. It's fine. I'm saying this while I'm feather falling.
Catch the baby.
Cases feather falling beside you.
I'm gonna walk like even slower than normal, like very meandery, like.
It's not gonna work with Kallisto. Kallisto just walk ahead. You can just go on your own.
I'm looking.
Like,
I'm looking for petty cards.
Farouk, if you don't keep up, you'll have to go home yourself. I'm leaving, Farouk. I'm leaving.
Perception check.
Callisto casts jetpack.
Oh.
Yeah, this is not fair, by the way, Drak. I'm gonna throw that out there, Mister.
I'm not using my jetpack. I'm not using it.
Wow, flexing on us like that, goddamn.
No, because it's actually very hard
Medics
to
are just
get
the
fuel
low.
for it.
Kyvar, come here.
Yes, yes. Oh. Yes, yes, Farouk.
Yeah, we'll quickly huddle in next to Farouk.
All right.
Proceed as planned. Ish.
I'm gonna reach into my pocket. I think I have just enough for that petty card over there. All right. It's gonna be a squeeze, all right? But here.
Oh. Yes, yes.
Excuse me, sir. It's that moment when he tries to wave down the cart. You can see the expression goes from like, oh, business to, oh my God. This is a giant man in armor with a giant bug and a golden eagle. Where you going? The Ember Forge, please.
Please. Please. Yes, yes. I am very tired. Yes, yes.
And Kaiva's gonna look up at him and give the biggest buggy eyes to give as much sympathy points as possible. I'm gonna roll persuasion at disadvantage.
We're very tired, my friend. They're just trying to get back home. An audible sigh. Stretches, cracks his back. When we get there, I promise a sweet treat for a tip. All right, just get in. All right, and in particular, I need you to do a couple of circles as we go along. I'll describe them once you see them. And we go off in our, and by the way, it's decorated just as gaudy as the ones in Memphis, with like feather boas. They always look like it's a bachelorette party that's going down Beale Street. Like, it definitely has all the gaudiness of that, as you can hear.
Oh, this is basically central London on a Saturday night when you're getting a rickshaw. Is what I'm hearing.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
It's got these. Oh God, I don't know if you've seen this from your trips to the UK or whatever, but it's got these terrible seats that are covered in the like fake artificial pink fur /
Oh
feather
yes, these are the same. Yep.
And it's got RGB lights all throughout the like sides of the carriage, and then just a giant speaker playing music way too freaking loud for the rest of the street to hear.
Believing.
Yeah, exactly this. It's just like.
I feel like it has to be, if it's in the UK, it has to be like Sweet Caroline or Amarillo.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It's you know what? It's even worse for the people who sat there and may not have chosen the mixes that go into those tapes, because one of those songs is definitely "And I Would Walk 500 Miles."
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
That's a good one, though. That's a good one.
Don't come for
In
my
fact,
voice.
that's
to
what
proclaim
plays as we ride past Kallisto.
That's a solid one.
Oh.
I'll make fun of I'll make fun of Sea Carolina. I'll make fun of Amarillo, but I will 500 miles. 100%. 100%. That's a solid one.
Oh yes. It's you see, boom, just the feathers fly by as this cart does a drive-by against the rest of them. Let's go, there's a running.
Let's sort of watch them ride by, and we'll just shake their head and look to Loluphia and just go, "It isn't that much of a walk. It really isn't that much of a walk."
Well, I don't really walk much as she's levitating lately next to you.
Well, you can take it from someone who does.
It's not very far.
It's not that far.
This is me at every convention when spry 23-year-old goes, it's a mile and a half. It's not that long. And I go, I'm here for 4 days. 19 miles later at GCX on Saturday.
19?
We did 19 miles on Saturday on
Oh,
Feisty's
you did the
Fitbit.
after party, right?
Yeah, but
19
Oh my
miles.
God.
I had
That's wild.
the blister to prove it. Oh, thank God for the booze.
I don't even think I did that much.
I don't think we walked that much. I don't think we did. Yeah.
I got some steps in while I was at GCX. Let me tell you.
Woohoo! Sheesh! As we all
I tried to
arrive
walk
back.
as little as possible. It's
This
way
was-
too hot to be walking.
Yeah, this was
Run it next time.
It was something. Everyone arriving back at the Amber Forge, except for Myshkin. Where are you taking the tower on your first night for a spin?
I think walking over to the navigation orb, now no longer a calming sky blue, but now a soft, almost like the color of seaweed underneath clear water. There's something reassuring and gentle about it. And Myshkin places an equally green hand upon its surface. And within, there are figures. A figure that looks suspiciously like Fane, and another that looks like an acquaintance, friend, and savior that was met and lost all too quickly. The Seum also swirls about the orb. There are 2 others in there as well. A Dragonborn and her wife. As Myshkin just looks at these 4 figures hanging in this orb together. Let us see what this world has to offer. And just placing his hand upon the orb, just closes his eyes and just instinctively just feels skywards. And slowly, almost monolithically, this tower just begins to rise, piercing clouds that drift off, sloughing like rain from this beautiful roof as it just rises up and up, lifted on nothing, almost as though upon an invisible hand, as it just rises further and further up into the sky. Orange light cascades across its stony surface as the sun begins to set. and the clouds disappear beneath a field of pink and purple and red and orange. And I think Myshkin just lets go of the orb and heading on over to the window, just almost as a child looking out from a car window, just leans upon the windowsill and just places his little white furred chin upon his elbows as he just looks down over Stormforge. It seems both as though no time has passed, and yet an age has done so. As the city beneath, he has slowly come to understand as home. He looks to the spires, the places that mean so much to Farouk. He looks down, down, down to the soft, rumbling clouds beneath the city. He sees lightning occasionally just glimmer out through the smoke and mist beneath. And he just observes. He knows his friends are down there. His family. His protectors. He'll join them in due course, but I think for now, as he just pushes himself off the windowsill and back into the tower, he is just going to observe. He's going to observe the movements of the unseen servants and their duties. He is going to peruse the shelves and rooms innumerable, too many to count. And he is going to make a mental note of the doors that remain unclosed, but that he will open in due course. He looks for lodgings, places where they may rest, potentially away from the Amber Forge. But he explores. He's curious, and there is a furtiveness in his step as he moves around the tower. Excited. For the first time in a very long time, he is excited. He has the zoomies, is what I'm saying.
It's a cat on his cat tower.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And he's watching over everything below him.
Oh.
It's like, this is beautiful.
And also, much like Myshkin exposed to much magical knowledge, a cat having zoomies on a cat tower is actually a little bit more risky for the cat than expected.
Yeah.
Back down in the Amber Forge.
I think Kallisto. No, I think I guess who makes it to the Amber Forge first, I guess, is the question. I imagine it's Farouk and Kaiba.
I mean, we could roll for it.
We have to roll for this.
You have to roll. We're rolling
We
for it?
have to
Okay.
roll for this.
What would it be? What would we be rolling?
How about we all four roll? And whoever gets the highest of their couple. It's like advantage, but we each roll the big 20.
Athletics.
Oh, I'm down for that. Athletics? Athletics, not great. Okay.
Yeah.
Me-
I'm
not great for
levitating.
me.
Can I
Well,
acrobatics?
it's not our athletics, Kaibar.
Oh yes, we yeah.
14.
Let's pull up a good old.
Wait, why is Myshkin rolling?
I get there first.
I feather fall off the tower faster than any of you can get here.
And it's athletics actually Myshkin. So
Damn.
you rolled acrobatics.
That's
But
not
that's a
athletics. That's
minus
just
one.
athletics with
Yeah,
more
my
steps.
athletics sucks too.
Oh, yeah.
damn.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Who's draft horse?
It's the carriage you're taking.
Yes.
That's so cool.
In style.
Is it called draft horse because the name was left in draft?
No, that's what they're called.
what they're
It's
called.
It is what it's actually
That's
called.
what they're
That's
called.
funny.
100%. Yeah.
Man, what a choice. I love it. Made me think differently.
I will just be at the door, smug. Just leaning. Just leaning.
I don't think he'd be leaning out there for very long, because I think the moment V sees the carriage pull up outside of the Amber Forge, they'll swing the doors open. Let's go. Farouk, Kaiva. 3 of you are missing. Where's everyone else?
Oh, yes. They chose to walk or.
So they're okay? They're okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Kallisto,
Okay.
Loluphia, Myshkin, all well. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Just come inside. As they usher you in quickly, I think V and Ifjin are both kind of pacing up and down the entire time, waiting for some news. As V ushers you in, you see Ifjin kind of fiddling with for lack of a better term, a little fidget thing they created, kind of tinkered together, a small fidget thing that they're kind of messing around with as they pace up and down. And as the door swings open, they look up, and then they go the exact same thing as V. Some of you are missing. Where's everyone else?
Oh, no. Everyone is well. Yes.
Well, okay. Good.
Loluphia and Kallisto are walking. Yes.
Okay.
Myshkin, he is flying. Yes.
Okay.
He found a magic tower. He's now. Yes. Hard to explain. Yes.
We have.
I just really wanted to get off my feet for a little bit. That's all. They're right behind us.
Yes.
They said it was short walk. Really, cart was totally unnecessary.
Can I say that we've been standing there for a second?
Oh, God!
I told you it was a short walk.
It really was not that long.
Yeah, but my feet just feel good, so I feel good.
Then that's what matters.
I won't judge. Hey, mums. And Kallisto will just give V and Ifjin a kiss on the forehead. We're back. Is there food? And V goes, I can throw something together. Just all of you sit. We have the forges on. You can warm up. What are you all feeling like?
Everything.
Kaivar gives. Yeah. I was gonna say Kaivar gives Farouk a sly look, but then Farouk says everything, and it's like, okay, fine, everything does include zucchini bread.
Everything. Okay,
So,
we'll speak something out.
at this point in this relationship of being in someone else's house, in someone else's kitchen, I've long learned not to go in there unless I am called upon to help. I just cast Mage Hand and turn the control over. It just goes and floats in the kitchen, and it's there to help, but by no means unless I am called upon to go in there, I know better during the storm. So it's just my giving advantage to the kitchen.
Love this
Okay.
Farouk trait.
I think I think just because of who V is as a person, they'll appreciate the offer. But I think they're very much it's my kitchen. I'll do it entirely. I have a system. I can do this on my own. So I think they'll turn to Farouk, seeing that they kind of turn the control of Mage Hand over to her, and they just go, "Thank you so much. I really do appreciate the offer, but you should rest. I can handle this. I don't need magic for what I'm about to cook up for all of you. You don't need to worry about that."
All right, it's there if you need a page turn or a stir.
Thank you. And yeah, V will start cooking everything. I think they'll make the most hearty meal they can with what they have.
Time is it?
I don't know. I think it has to be like late at night at this point, right?
Having everything but the kitchen sink.
Yeah, whatever time we want it to be, you know.
Myshkin, what was your view whenever you were flying in the sky?
Yeah,
Moon,
describe it as night,
sunset?
evening, noon. What did you
have?
say?
Twilight.
I think the
Dawn?
sun is setting. Orange light is streaming through the windows. I think there are long shadows across the street.
Okay.
So it's an appropriate dinner time.
Yeah, appropriate dinner time.
I'd say so.
Yeah, they'll whip up something. They'll whip up
7
a
PM
nice
in the middle of
party
summer.
meal. With lots of veggies, I think. Lots of meat. A lot of spice, I think. I think they've been kind of craving some spice recently. They've kind of pulled it back a little bit to kind of cater to the non-dwarven or Ifriti members of the group. But they're gonna bump it up a little bit for this one.
That's elite. They can't handle spice.
I didn't say less elite. I said the non-dwarven or Ifrit.
Thinking everything like this.
Them pasty folk can't handle the heat.
Right?
Pasty folk.
Well, what's funny is none of our characters are pasty.
Either they're
It's
not
true.
pasty or they just do not have skin. They are fair. I mean, they have skin.
Wait, let's make
They
this
have fur. Honestly, I imagine that Myshkin is pasty underneath all of that fur. I'm gonna be real
Oh,
honest.
100%.
Yeah.
Let me be real for just a second. Much as it would be IRL with my pasty white ass, all of these things are the accommodations are normally being made for Kaivar. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Myshkin
His
has
spice tolerance is middling at best.
Myshkin has
toast.
thus far subsisted on a diet of bread, water, and man goes crazy for cream. He is a pasty cat.
Meow meow.
Oh,
Meow meow.
Do I
Meow.
roll for this, or does it just happen?
I'm about to
What?
reset
No,
y'all.
if you could just
No.
take
Sorry.
if you could just take psychic damage right now, that would
28
No, do I roll for
D4s.
like?
28 D4s?
Do I roll for cooking, or does it just happen? Do I roll for them?
Oh, dude, they're goated. This is the Amber Forge. We have a room
Yeah.
of requirement where they could go in and get any fresh ingredients that they desire at this point.
Can they bring people out? Can living things come out of the room of requirement? I asked this because, like, they could probably hire chefs. Just be like, hey.
I imagine not sentient creatures at the very least.
I mean, yeah,
probably
maybe not.
probably constructs, but nothing sentient.
Yeah.
Since
Or
we're
like a
at
fridge.
we're at the
Keep opening and
level
closing it.
of Hero's Feast at this point, so like anything they produce is also a Hero's Feast as well. So,
Okay.
yeah, like they can
What
go
about if
ham on
Loluphia
it.
cooks it? With her nat one.
I bet
No.
Lolly has one dish and it's like cinnamon toast. Like,
Oh my gosh, I can make some slapping cinnamon toast.
yeah.
I think V would be like, Loluphia, I think it would be great to have some cinnamon toast with this. Do you want to help out?
Yes, I've got this. It's my time. Nosy, but not now.
I think the V's way of being like, I'm gonna help you physically with food. I'm gonna help Loluphia mentally by letting them help cook.
I have a room of requirement now. I don't even have to.
Oh, we're just gonna put food right from that. Just takes the fun out of the cooking.
There's no fun in cooking when you're bad at it.
Okay, you know what? You don't make anything. I will deal with the cooking. We enjoy the process. The process of cooking is therapeutic. It's nice. It's
And I
great for
enjoy
the
the
soul and
setup.
for the mental.
I'll set the table.
Thank you.
Glides around the kitchen. Almost
Yeah.
like twirling around as they're dodging each other.
Kaivar will also try very messily to help you out there in the process of preparing the table and laying
Oh
things
my
out.
gosh, imagine you just like grabbing your hands and
Mhm. Oh yeah, it's a whole operation with 4 hands. I'm like something out of oh god, what is it? I'm like one of the animated pieces of furniture imbued with a beast to a certain extent, you know, where it's like one person would normally have 2 hands, but like, nah, this candelabra has multiple hands because it's got a multitude of different candle holders. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, you could be throwing things to me and it's like catching with 2 hands.
Whoa,
and
if
putting
we're
it down
throwing
with 2
stuff, we
small
gotta
ones.
roll for that.
Oh gosh, oh no.
What should we roll?
Yeah, sure. I'll make it. I'll make a dex save
You are
on
not
that.
throwing anything as long as V and Ifrit are around. You are not throwing their Catfolk plates.
Did they say that ahead of time? When you set the table,
I'm pretty
you
sure-
don't throw anything. Who says that?
I mean,
Nobody.
if you think Loluphia would throw around things,
No, Kaivar's throwing. I'm gonna have to catch.
Oh, I was not expecting. Okay,
You wanna catch?
yeah, sure.
hang on,
I'll
the
roll a
conversation.
dex save. Oh god,
Okay.
I'm gonna make this just a light toss. Oh god. Oh, okay. Here we go. Can I cast guidance on myself before I do this?
Imagine a 20. It's the most gentle and beautiful toss. Featherball.
I'm gonna cast guidance on this real quick. Oh, here it comes. Oh, the one was there.
That's actually really good for a 7. What the heck?
I mean,
I think
yeah, I hit
The
save
moment
instead of
you
mod.
throw it, Ifrit out of nowhere catches it in midair and goes, "No, no."
Oh. Oh.
We're going to pass
Sorry. Ifrit.
these across to people and set them on a table.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry.
They're throwing things. And then you go into the kitchen to speak to me.
You can see Kaivar very sheepishly fall in line on that one, but yeah, message has been sent.
I kind of look down at the table and kind of like my head's kind of down. I'm kind of grinning over at Kaivar. If you could pass the strawberry butter, please.
Strawberry butter?
Oh, that sounds wonderful though.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is that?
I
Have you
have
not
always
seen this?
imagined the rolls at the Amber Forge as the individual potted clay loaf. Like you pull the roll right out of the clay pot and it's steaming.
Oh
and you,
yeah.
and you
Ooh.
open it up and you slather it with either honey butter or strawberry butter. That's
See, I've heard of like cinnamon butter, but
Mm-hmm.
strawberry butter, I've never heard of.
strawberry butter
You
will
can do
change
you
your
can
life.
do butter with almost anything. It's fantastic. Oh.
1 jar of real strawberry preserves. Go set your stick of unsalted, and just
Mm.
Do we have a recipes channel in Discord?
There's a.
Dumplings for the homie?
I'm pretty sure there's like it's either a TikTok or a YouTube Shorts of a guy who's like all things butter, and then he just makes a ton of different variations of butter. Oh god, garlic confit butter and wild basil butter. Oh gosh, sorry, the food RP is right there. I'm gonna just say it. These are on the table. I don't care.
I never eat going into Stormforge anyway because it's like not at my time. But then the obsessive
hungry.
food RP. By the time we get done, I'm like, who's cooking dinner for me?
Oh.
Okay, I'll get the cinnamon toast.
Mm.
Oh god, apple butter too, which is not actually butter, but it's a whole other thing.
Mm.
I can feel the steam off of these rolls. Oh god. Thank you.
But yeah, they will set out a full like feast of foods. I think they're definitely leaning heavy on the veggies this time around. You've been working hard. You need to keep up with your veggies, not all meat every day. Farouk.
Don't you dare serve me a tableside Caesar right now. I will on site. Like oh, I was thinking about a Caesar salad earlier. Like, oh my god. Oh.
You're craving.
Mm.
A proper Caesar is like my favorite thing on the planet. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it'll be like a just because I recently had it and it was very nice. I think it's gonna be like almost like a thing like I think it's just imagine Korean foods where you kind of like some things have been like obviously made in the kitchen, but most of the things you kind of cook or boil or fry at the table.
Banchan.
Very communal.
Or
QBBQ. Yes.
Yeah. Like they're definitely like wherever the dwarven equivalent of kimchi is. Like just they just lean. There's all of the good hearty stuff.
I never thought about turning the Amber Forge into KBBQ. Holy shit!
Yes.
Holy shit! We're never leaving this place.
Fire?
Korean barbecue over
have to
the
replace
floor.
The like grill
Yeah,
rack.
you see that they kind of as they set they kind of pull out these kind of wooden blocks, kind of like probably like this big, with a carving of a rune etching in it that is basically the equivalent of heat metal. They can put the pot on top of to heat. And yeah, it's just a big KBBQ.
Yes.
Dinner.
Smell of
KBBQ.
beef bulgogi. Oh.
Shout out to Stella Luna. They set up a incredible dinner when I was visiting New York to a Korean barbecue, and it was so good.
Love our friendos. They're so awesome.
Yes. Excellent.
So jealous. You met so many cool friends and got to
was
hang
so
out with other
good.
cool friends.
I love it.
Imagine that.
We're planning a trip up to go see 20-sided die. So or the 20-sided tavern. Yeah, that's it. We want to see it before it goes away. So hopefully get to visit them in one fell swoop with Ted. Very excited.
But yeah, V and FGM will set the food on. I think Kallisto would have helped a little bit with bringing all the like meals out from the kitchen and setting them down on the table as well. Loluphia, were you throwing stuff as well, or was it just Kyra? Okay, cool. Cool. I think
I'm their favorite daughter-in-law. Okay, I have to keep that streak.
Being issue will like put Kyra in like a mini timeout of helping. Like, I appreciate it, but you can just sit down and relax. We'll handle everything. But yeah, it'll set all the feed out and just go enjoy. You don't need to worry about Ifjin and I. We've already eaten. I'll be honest, Ifjin is a bit of a snacker when they're nervous. So you're honestly very lucky that there was anything left to make dinner for all of you when you got back. And Ifjin just kind of sheepishly rubs the back of their neck. I'm glad you're all okay.
Thank you so much for this meal on such short notice. It does not go underappreciated.
It's absolutely fine. Just eat your fill and make sure you're all okay. And you're welcome to stay here and rest up again, as always.
Farouk with a big smile on his face is gonna dig in. He's gonna start making some beef bulgogi for everybody else on there. He's gonna have the largest scoop of kimchi on the side of his plate.
I love the kimchi's now here.
It's canon. It exists.
The kimchi at Domu and Orlando is phenomenal, by the way.
I'm so sad I missed out on it, dude. I'm so mad.
Dude, the worst. But yes, continue before I interrupt anymore. Sorry.
Nah, you're all good. Don't worry. Yeah, just as everyone's sitting down, Kaivar will try and sidle up and take a seat next to V, and will very quickly sit there and not so much offering apology, because he has been appropriately reprimanded, but the point being he wants to show her something instead. So he gently offers a hand, and this is,
we found something you might be interested in. Yes.
Oh?
When we went to the last anomaly. Yes.
Yes.
Show you? Yes? No?
Will it be scary?
Oh, no.
Okay. And then V will stretch your hand out, take yours.
Yep. Cutting out any potentially scary parts of the fight, literally just showing the resolution of everything, with the momentary snapshot of the end of the destruction of the anomaly and the defeating of Yansi Bin, and also the moment where it's clear that Simarek has not survived the ordeal either. Kaivar's main focus for V is actually the tower, and the fact that there is now this vast repository of knowledge at their disposal, which is undoubtedly exclusive. Remembering the shared love of knowledge and books that they have, Kaivar also flits back to the moment before any of the chaos and destruction had really taken hold, where they were first meeting Sim and seeing all of the various unseen servants resorting everything throughout the tower, and focusing on the vast repository of knowledge that that tower contains. And as that image fades back, Kaivar looks excitedly into V's eyes.
Myshkin now controls the tower. Yes. But
Oh,
I can show you one day. I think. Yes. No.
that would be lovely. Is that where Myshkin is right now? Then the tower.
Oh yes. Many books to sort and fill. Much mess. Yes.
No, I can imagine. I will be honest. I've been curious about that tower for a while now, since it randomly landed and appeared in Stormforge quite a while ago. It's nice to know that, one, it contains knowledge and nothing nefarious, and two, it's owned by a friend now.
Yes.
I am sorry, by the way. And they kind of put a hand on your shoulder and just go, I am sorry about your loss. That Sim?
Oh. Yeah, that jolts Kaivar back for a moment, because whilst he is excited to share about everything, he's kind of deliberately cutting some of that context short with regards to Sim and even Fane, trying to make sure that he provides something which focuses more on the point of knowledge. But, you know, internally there is a little bit of a note of impression. He's slightly glad that V has been able to pick up on the note of loss.
I didn't know him well. Yes, but I think I could call him friend. Even after a short time. Yes.
Yeah.
Like Fane. Yes,
Yeah.
like Fane.
It doesn't take too long to impact someone's life. So always good to check in on yourself about how you feel about all of this.
Feel, not regret, but hard to explain. Yes.
Kaivar's going to start rifling through his own memories, not skimming through the pages of his book. He's trying to think of an appropriate metaphor. I'm actually going to roll an intelligence check on that one. No, actually, I'm going to roll a history. Sort it.
Oh, it was there. Rude.
Oh God, sod it. Spend a D6 inspo. No. Spend a mind's eye on this one, Drak. I'm gonna will this into being using a mind's eye.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we've not used a mind's eye in forever, and we have some of them in the hand, I'm pretty sure.
Perfect time.
Yep.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where Kaivar is just exploring the outer reaches of Stormforge, and he sees someone who is performing from a collection of their own works on the side of the street, clearly an illustrious fellow, half-elf with magnificent curled hair and beard, has a distinct look to them. They seem to walk with the pedigree of someone who is a wordsmith. And he stops and he listens, trying to dissect things. At the time being, he doesn't understand much of what's being said. There's a lot of iambic pentameter and interesting craft that's being plied here that Kaivar just quite isn't able to dissect everything from. After one beautiful verse that's been said, someone in the crowd starts weeping. After this, the crowd dissipates, but he walks up to her and asks what's going on.
My fair lady, thou find thyself betwixt tears and sorrow. Why is this?
And she explains it's because of the passing of her husband recently. Someone who she has been with for a very long time. Someone taken well before their time. And that's where the quote that Kaivar remembers comes in.
Ah, love and loss, but parting is such sweet sorrow. Oh, yes. Parting is sweet sorrow. Yes, yes.
Yes. Where did you hear that quote from?
Kaivar's just gonna go ahead and show the memory, because he doesn't know the name of the person,
Ooh.
but he's gonna send that mind's eye down the psychic link to V, rather.
I have a quick question. Are we canonizing Shakespeare?
We 100% are
in
canonizing
Stormforge?
Shakespeare.
Cool. Okay, I just want to make
Its
sure.
face the moment I said it, and I was like, yeah, he knows.
I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. As you show this memory to V, V's eyes kind of widen, and then they turn to you and say, have you met the bard Shakespeare?
He was performing, and I sat and listened. Yes, and saw, but did not understand his words till now. Yes.
Remind me when you're a bit more free to take you to the library. I think there are some books you might enjoy.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Of course. You've met Shakespeare. As I turn, I'm turned back to the food. I love that. Shakespeare's canon now. Shakespeare's what, a bard rogue? Would Shakespeare be a bard rogue? Definitely a bard.
Definitely a bard.
Oh,
Maybe a rogue.
Maybe a
Full bard.
rogue.
What if he's a
Full
rogue
bard.
in his
Full
off
bard.
job?
Full
And then
bard.
His old job.
Shakespeare.
I think he'll be I feel like he'll be a full bard.
He's the bard.
Yeah, the bard, yeah.
Indeed.
Lady, shall I lay in your lap? That's the one I always think of. Hamlet and Ophelia. That's the...
All of my quotes I remember from Shakespeare are from the Horrible History song. There's a Horrible History Shakespeare song where just full of quotes and sayings that Shakespeare created. It's so ridiculous. But it's probably one of my favorites.
RoBear. What role is that?
Degeneracy.
Who's over the best?
I think near the end of dinner, honestly, maybe even partway through it, Kallisto will excuse himself. I think head to the bathroom. I guess just to like freshen up a little bit, they stand in front of the mirror and splash water on their face. You can kind of hear the stone of their hand, now made of Sandara, tapping against the porcelain sink as they kind of stare at themselves in the mirror, water dripping from their face. And now, with, at the very least, a partially full stomach, back home with their family, knowing their mums and their son, they're okay. They relax in a way that they didn't realize they needed to. Like it's almost when you don't realize how tense you are until every muscle in your body relaxes. And then you're like, oh, I've been tensing this much for this long. And they relax. You almost hear the kind of shifting of stone in their arm as the stone itself seems to relax as well. And they take a deep breath in and then a long breath out. And at first, the breath is warm, but as warm as you'd expect it to be. And then it keeps going and going much longer than it should be able to be contained in a normal person's lungs. And as it passes that almost threshold of abnormality, the air that comes out of their mouth begins to become more hot, almost like steam, like a hot water vapor leaving a kettle. And it very quickly fogs the mirror in front of them. And then finally, they've emptied their lungs fully before they return to breathing normally, and they wipe the steam from the mirror. And as they do, I'm gonna roll. I'll roll for it real quick. As they do, they catch something at the corner of their eye, but when they try to look at it, it's gone. They're not entirely sure what it was. They shake their head, push their hair out of their face, just assuming it's just the stress of everything. They did just face 2 semi-gods, sort of, and the imminent threat of either themselves or the very city they called home. So it's very understandable to be a little bit stressed and not fully trust their senses right now. But again, as they take a deep breath in and out, they feel something do a bit more than relax in their core. Almost like something shifts and then cracks in their core. And again, they freeze at this sensation, kind of placing a hand over their chest, feeling for something abnormal, anything abnormal, but there's nothing. They're running hot as they usually are, but nothing beyond that seems odd. And I think they just stay in the quiet of the bathroom for a while before leaving and rejoining the rest of the group at dinner to finish it off.
At this point, since it's toward the end, and however long that you took in the bathroom, you would see Loluphia, probably with one of your moms, cleaning up the kitchen. Do you make your presence known?
Oh, absolutely. When they see you helping clean up and in the kitchen, they'll probably go up behind you and give you a kiss on the cheek.
Where'd you go? She says, washing dishes. I'm handing them over to V.
Just to freshen up a little bit, realized I was still a bit clammy from everything that went on.
Fair.
Just splashed some water on my face.
All right. Is there anything you want to talk about? Debrief?
I think that we deserve a full spa day. I relaxed muscles that I didn't know I could tense. So I think that'd be exactly what we need right now.
It just so happens we have a room that can be anything we want.
That is a good point.
Who needs to wait for a day when you can have it now?
Well, I'm going to head over there right now. See you there?
I'll see you there.
I need both of you to roll a d20.
Okay.
When if you
D20 for
boils in hot
massage.
water.
Ooh.
Rude.
Oh wow, damn.
Actually, kind of rude.
Why is Sam running a Myshkin?
Oh, because you got
Is Myshkin kind of getting
Why
in
am I
the spa with me?
Just
What's happening?
Myshkin's actually
doesn't leave
already
my
in the
mind.
spa.
No, this is when you open the door. There is Farouk, like the old man in the spa.
Oh my god.
Oh god!
Good god.
You s-
At least tell one of us when you're using the room the requirement, okay?
I didn't think anybody was just going first.
You see Kaivar in the corner with like one of those things that scratches your back in the shower.
Oh,
like,
all of you are here.
presenting it
Okay,
up
so
in a towel. You just,
I thought it was gonna be just a.
know about this.
I thought it was gonna be a thing of me and my wife, but okay, yeah, sure. We're
Well,
making a pie thing.
Hold on,
We're making
we can
a
adjust
friendship
this. We
thing.
can adjust this as the rumor requirement moves and bends and molds and sets our very old man Onsen over to the side and kind of opens up into your imagination. I kind of look over at Kaivar as we're enclosed in this area now. So embarrassing.
Yes.
as Kaivar has not picked up the conception of this being embarrassing yet.
It's just like just scrubbing exoskeleton. Yes.
It's like prepping for a fresh molt, you know.
Oh man,
Oh.
but when you shake, it's like the vibration, like just would spray the entire room. Oh,
Lolly opens the
100%.
door,
It's better than a dog. It's much better than a dog.
and then she closes it. And you would see Kallisto's light up on his necklace. Yeah, I'm not joining you.
She just sighs and just sinks into the bath on her own.
part of our duty in this game is to make Kallisto and Lolufia's marriage just as testing as possible.
Like, I'm so proud of them. They have hung on strong.
They really
That's the
do
other
roll
thing
with the
you
punch.
don't see.
Oh my god.
They've learned to stay together by
Walk
just
around.
everything interrupting everything.
I feel like that's kind of the order of married life generally, though. Like, it's
True.
always stealing something back from the way that life steals time generally.
I literally sent Eric a meme yesterday that was like, "Hi, honey, I love and miss you, but your knee was on my side of the bed last night." Again.
Oh, it's so relatable. God damn it.
Lolly
This
showers
is-
and goes to bed.
Yeah. This is
Myshkin,
my life, and also, wow, I love this, and also, wow, this sucks.
what are you doing?
Wait, who?
Myshkin.
Myshkin.
Myshkin, yeah.
I think as the light begins to dim over Stormforge, Myshkin once again heads over to the navigation orb and just slowly kind of running his hand over it in a vaguely northerly direction, the tower just begins to float forward until eventually it finds itself over a very familiar district, albeit some distance above. Myshkin just looks out and, just nodding affirmatively, reaches out a hand into his satchel and pulls out something that he has not held in his hand since he first stepped into Stormforge. And he pulls out a scroll of feather falling and, just gripping it in hand, just, all right, and just literally stands on the very same windowsill that he leant on earlier and just steps off and down, and then this very sort of Howl's Moving Castle manner just floats down softly. It takes around 5 minutes or so as he watches the highest spires of Stormforge just begin to meet his gaze before ascending up and piercing the clouds once more, as he just slowly begins to descend, and his little jellybean feet just rest upon the cobblestone, the amber forge in front of him. And he just sort of shakes all of the moisture from the air off and steps forward and just knocks on the door.
Would you have happened to have been going past Kallisto's bedroom window?
Almost certainly, yes.
That is so funny.
Okay. Yeah, I think you terrify her.
Not a moment of peace for this couple. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you just hear her scream from the room requirement. Like,
No. And, the jelly beans feet don't land so gently as he just
your silhouette
loses, and just like falls down, bedraggled, like his fur just clinging
runs to
to
the corner of the room, like, my pearl!
You just all hear this outside. Oh my goodness.
I think if Jim will open the door, he's going, is everything up? And look down to see you on the ground. Hello? Wonderful to have you drop by. Come in. Is that yours? That's your tower, right? And they look up.
Yes, that's my... just walks in and just
Did you roll up the windows?
yeah. Just
You hear Lolly slam open her bedroom door, and she's running down and sees. Did you say it was Ifrit or V? It doesn't matter.
It was V. It would have been V.
Yeah, V, and she's like, "Be careful! I just saw something," and then she clocks you. Where did you come from?
Upstairs, way upstairs.
I will just for your information. You can only park up there for about another 10 minutes, and you will get a ticket if you leave it there. So,
Fancy Ben.
Where is Ziva?
If ever there
Ziva's
was
at Colby's
time-
house.
Oh, Ziva's in Colby's house. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, do we hear another?
I've been waiting for No, it's the weekend. He's having a fun time.
yeah.
He's eating Colby's pizza.
Yeah, Street
Also,
Fighter 2
I'm just
Turbo
gonna-
came out in the SNES, so yeah, I get it. big weekend.
I'm just going to say this, by the way. There is no way that you don't pull this one line in this moment. You have your own wizard's tower. If ever there was a time to say, screw the law, I'm a mother wizard, it's now. Like, for real.
Dude, where's my tower? As he just like reaches into his satchel and looking at Ifrin, just I have something for you. And he pulls out a small book as he reaches forward, it's a small book of metals, musing on various minerals and alloys, and just, I can't do much with it, but I thought perhaps might be of interest. I've only skimmed the surface of what is in the tower, but consider it a much belated thanks for all you have done.
Thank you. No, I actually don't recognize some of these minerals and ores. This will be interesting to see if I can get my hands on these at any point. This will be really good for a more lightweight shield. And I immediately start like leafing through it, thinking of what they can create with some of these minerals just from like the small descriptions of their properties. We actually call that. That's interesting. Okay, and they just immediately walk off into the forge. I start leafing through this. You gave them a new thing to hyperfixate on, and they've immediately latched onto it. And V will look to you. Are you okay? We just finished dinner, but there should be some leftovers.
That's all right. I never eat terribly much anyway, but
I can tell. And they start poking your ribs. You need to put more meat on there.
no, I'm fine as is. But
No. Come on, Myshkin. I insist. Come on. And I'll grab you by your arm and pull you over to the table.
All right, just
go. These are still warm. Let's see. Hold on. They kind of put a hand over the pot. Okay, still warm. We can put some broth in here. But do you have any allergies that we need to consider? This is a bit spicier, so we do have some milk in case you need
spice.
that. But
Lovely.
Some spice will do you some good. There's immediately start making your meal. Cream.
And fish.
Cream.
Fish, I can get that for you.
I apologize for scaring you, by the way. I could think of
You did scare me. You startled me.
Oh, is that why you screamed, Loluphia? I thought...
When you think they're on your side.
Cream of filet.
Parent Seldima.
Yes.
Betrayal can only come from one who truly loves you. Yeah.
B will fully force you to eat. Like, here's your meal. You're not allowed to stand up until you finish it all.
All right. And Myshkin's gonna roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Just leaning down and sort of craning his neck out a little bit. You see his fur bristle, and he just... and just like really starts to tuck in.
There you go.
That is.
I'm not much of a spellcaster, but I'm sure wizards could use some meat on their bones too.
Do you have any more of that big kimchi? That's delightful.
Yes. We've been preparing that for a while now, actually. Hold on. Loluphia, can you get some kimchi while you're back there?
She's like in a walk-in freezer scenario icebox, grabbing what's Myshkin's favorite fish? Fishkin. Is this like salmon?
Salmon, yeah, salmon.
Cool. Okay, so she grabs probably like two. She doesn't know how hungry you are. And
Two whole salmon? Two sides salmon.
She doesn't know. He's a big guy. She's married to a big guy. They're hungry. So she grabs that and some kimchi that they just so happen to have.
Yeah, they have a special kimchi fridge.
Be careful. She's putting the jar.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole. You need a proper. There's a fridge. Never put kimchi in a fridge. You have to get a specialized kimchi fridge. There's a special kind of fridge for kimchi. You need to be very careful about this kind of stuff, and V definitely is.
Okay, for real, because this would be a teaching and learning moment for me. Is that a thing, or is this just Stormforge lore? Oh my god,
that is a thing. Yeah,
that's what Lolly was about to say.
Bury that in a pot in the backyard, bro.
Yeah, they can explode.
Is that like a cross-contamination kind of thing?
It's the fermentation. It's the gases.
Yeah, the gases, and also just want it
see.
at a right temperature as well, because if it's too cold or too warm, it just
it just dies.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Good to know. Thank you. I genuinely had no idea.
While that's going on, Myshkin over here is just pouring cream on each individual dish, like kimchi, slop steaks, cream on it.
B's watching like, oh yeah, as long as you're eating. As long as you're eating.
Watching this cultural exchange with a degree of horror.
I'll say, as Myshkin slowly begins to sort of make his way through this food and begins to sort of slow his tempo a little bit, and you can see him just starting to occasionally just he just looks towards the room of requirement, and then in your direction, Loluphia, and
spa day. Guy, it's spa day.
Well, perhaps while they are sparring, we might talk.
Yeah? Where would you like to? She says, washing her hands from this salmon.
I'm
Thumbs in her hands.
not quite ready to leave this meal yet, though I'm sure I will regret it in the morning, but
As long as V is cooking, you won't. Now, if you want me to cook the fish, I hope he likes sushi.
I've never tried it. I would be glad to. If I
V, now.
So, and he sort of like sits up in his chair, and he's not used to being mothered. And he just looks and kind of observes V just preparing these dishes. I have much to explore in the tower, it seems.
She sits across from you at the table. All right. Well, then do that. Take some time. We have a lot of time, evidently.
We do,
Perchance.
but we have prevented one threat, we have delayed another, and something worse still perhaps lingers on the horizon, lowering like a dark cloud. I think we have time to prepare, but that time will shrivel up faster than we think. We should be well prepared for it.
What do you suggest? Just gathering knowledge?
Perhaps. But honestly, I was wishing to ask the same question of you. What do you think we should do?
Oh, Myshkin, at this point, I'm tired. But
And therefore unguarded.
yes. You already got a scream out of me. Don't tell anyone.
I won't. I promise.
I'm not sure. We've been out of the house for a while and it's been non-stop. And now that it's stopped, it almost feels unreal. It might take a week or so. Well, it stopped. We still have the other thing.
Well then,
Which-
let it take a week.
All right. I don't know what's in that tower, but could you perhaps look into that mountain? I don't know what knowledge might be hiding for us there.
I can do so, and I can look into any mention of a Cinder Queen. I also intend...
Did we just lose Ed? Did you guys hear me? I lost you guys. No, Discord! No. You wouldn't dare, Discord.
God, I used to be able to go solo and then my knees.
Here we go. We're back.
Welcome to Vecna, Eve of Ruin.
Oh my god, is that your intro sound in the server? Yes, Sam. Yes.
Oh, just totally exposed.
Oh my god.
Suddenly, Egric appears.
Oh, this is so
Sorry, I thought my
good.
night was tonight.
That makes technical difficulties all worth it.
Oh, fantastic.
Good old
Oh,
Egric. Just a little sunshine.
Literally brilliant.
Some point in your dialogue, Myshkin.
I can seek out any mention of the mountain, any allusions to the Cinder Queen, and considering the tower's connections to Fane, and therefore the Voshborg, that is a thread I intend on pulling further.
As long as you don't intend on seeking them out
I do not.
by yourself.
No.
Okay.
We have seen where that particular path leads us.
Time and time again.
Yes. I'm like a bad penny.
You are. It's okay. You can still turn your luck around.
But considering all that has happened recently, I also wanted to corner you and ask, how are you? A lot has been thrust upon you this last week.
Overall, I'm actually really good, I think. Everyone is safe, and there was something about Sim really made me feel comfortable. It might be with that tower, so I think that brings me from a level 10 of stress down to like a 9.5, which is great.
Well, 9.5 comes with the territory of leading the Wardens, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, that's why it's still that high. I can't believe he just sprung that on me, but I couldn't say no.
I can believe it. I can think of no one more worthy.
That's very kind.
It is also very honest.
I'm just glad I get to co-lead. Kallisto's more of the talker than I am.
And you are both equal the leaders.
We are. But how are you? Are you elated? You have a really cool tower. You're alive. I don't even think that you went down.
I know, which is a rarity.
Who is he?
I know. He is the
Wow.
moment. No, I am all right. The tower came at a great loss. But with that loss, and he gestures outside to the now glimmering street lamps that illuminate Stormforge. The salvation of many, which I suppose makes any sacrifice worth it in the end.
It's a beautiful way to look at it.
A necessary one in our line of work, I feel. Ours is a path so often of loss. It is good to thread our lives with silver lining when we can.
You got me there. Said silver lining, and all I could think of was the clouds. Which, if this rain could stop, I really do miss seeing the sun.
There is a saying I remember. I control the weather with my mood. The trouble is, I cannot control my mood.
I don't know if I like that. I have to stew on it a little bit.
Of
But I will
course.
say, the rain does make me feel great. Or, well, thunderstorms. Rain, not so much.
It is cleansing, I suppose. The tectonic plates
Yeah.
of the sky realigning and shifting, becoming comfortable once more.
Speaking of tectonic plates coming together, are you wanting to leave this evening? Or tomorrow? And do we need to gather these tectonic plates, aka ball guys?
Let us interrupt their cucumber and hot water.
You go right ahead. I will very happily sit right here.
Let's.
Have fun.
He just reaches up and, knowing your preference for contact, just like reaches out towards your shoulder, and after a moment,
She doesn't tense.
he just rests a very warm, ghostly hand upon you and just gives it a gentle squeeze and heads off to the room of requirement.
I think as you open the door of the room of requirement, Kallisto's reaching for the door as well, and you swing it open to see Kallisto just in nothing but a towel around his waist, a towel over his shoulders.
Oh my goodness.
Lolly's leaning over the table.
Oh,
Just a towel.
Like,
you're staying at the tower.
No, I came here. That is a lovely let me please step by.
Yeah, no, Farouk and Kaiva are still in there if you want to join.
No, I'm all right. What is the thread count on the towel? Never mind. Please
Stop it.
And so Kaivar, I was there, and I was like, "Give me the gun."
Yes. And Kallisto gave you the gun. Yes.
Yeah, we actually it was like, bah, 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 bah. And then I woke up. I did.
Oh, yes. I hear it go. Blap, 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 blap.
It was,
Not Isaiah's gun.
it was so good. It was so cool.
Farouk, would you like
Oh, hello,
a
Myshkin.
towel or several?
Blanket.
Like a blanket. Like a duvet.
I shake the golden eagle feathers a little bit. I'm starting to prune up in here, Kaivar. I understand that's not something you've ever experienced before, but still scrubbing.
you could I'm gonna roll on that one real quick. Hold up. Yeah, Kaivar's not exactly like the most dexterous of people, but at the same time, even he is starting to feel some of the moisture between his joints. He's probably got a shed coming on at some point. It's kind of this moment where he just shakes one of his legs in a very spindly manner, watch his entire frame weirdly try and keep balance. And it's like just the tiniest fleck of chitin just falls off. It's not the full thing. You don't get the satisfaction of like a kick and then a full unfurling of the shed happens momentarily.
I will need the room for something else later. Yes.
Fine,
Yes.
we're gonna be that way around it.
He stares at you and gives you a very odd like blink with giant eyes, just being like, not sure if this is meant to be in private or not. I don't know if Farouk cares.
I'm going to act like nothing's happened, and I'm going to turn myself into a fire elemental, and I'm just going to walk, still in my form, I'm just kind of lit on fire, but I'm going to walk straight towards the pool and just and fall in face down and just
Bubbles?
Yeah, just bubbles.
Oh,
Boiling water.
hot tub.
And then Kaivar is gonna gingerly walk over in the direction and take down on the opposite side.
Well, nightcap in a moment for anyone who wants it. And Myshkin just shuffles out.
Can I just say, by the way, you having your reaction to Kallisto makes me realize this couple is kind of like Rachel Weisz and Brendan Fraser in The Mummy. It's just everyone's bisexual panic all of a sudden.
100%. Yeah.
Like Kallisto's body is like rippling muscle. He's got some scars across his body from past warden activities.
Warden
Warden activities. Hey, what I'm gonna say is Loluphia's a scratcher, and he's
Wait, Wait, that's not canon.
No, it's not. It's not canon at all.
Meow.
It's not canon at all.
Oh,
Literally does not touch people at all.
primal savagery for
Primal
500.
savagery is insane.
Look,
Actually, look, I have been
Myshkin needs a new scratching post. So, you know.
I mean, you have to woo him a little bit before you get a new one. But
So about that thread
And now
count,
you're unpartnered and banned.
I'm fine.
Congrats, RoBear.
Let me show some
Less
feet.
than a week.
I'm so proud of you. That was a great first run.
First run.
Partner any percent run. He's trying to speed run that shit.
I will.
But Kallisto will go up to Loluphia and just be like, we need to kick them out tomorrow so we can at least have a day to ourselves.
And she's just been eye candying you up and down the entire time that you were talking to Myshkin and walking over. And she's like, yeah, I'll let you handle it though. You're very close now. She's sitting at this table looking up at you.
About
And
the-
Kallisto will shake their head, fully knowing the look in Loluphia's eyes, and but will head upstairs to fully dry off and get dressed.
Getting ready to head to go meet Myshkin for that late night cocktail. In a completely different juxtaposed conversation with Kaivar, I think I'm going to be talking about procuring a real, like, acorn-fed Spanish ham. Like, I think tomorrow I'm going to go to the upper city and get something real nice. Real good prosciutto.
Yes, yes. I hear good things about Hamon Iberico. Yes, yes.
Well, what do you do to buy something for a kitchen where they have everything? A good Spanish ham. That's what I think. Yeah. I'm gonna go on a.
The problem, though.
What?
Yes, yes. Where do we find money for Spanish ham? Yes.
Oh, look! I never spend anything. I'm just always freeloading.
Me walking past and looking at you.
Oh, wow.
I've never.
Put the cat amongst the pigeons there.
Canonically, I've never spent any money ever before. I just show up and eat and stay places.
He's too big to get rid of it. He's terrifying. You called the cops.
Get Uncle Farouk out of here, okay?
Not Uncle for the weird uncle.
That's the problem, Loluphia. We are the cops.
We are not the
You're
cops.
right.
Wardens are not cops.
Or you
the
saw what happened the
wardens.
last time we called the cops. We got Agent 47 over
All
here.
wardens are bastards.
That is true, actually. Yeah, no, that is true.
The Sky
They did get
Marshals
the,
are cops.
The Sky
yeah.
Marshals.
Yeah. Ugh.
You sure you're not a Sky Marshal? Because if you're a Sky Marshal, you have to tell me if you're a Sky
100%.
Marshal.
Yeah, tell me.
How dare you insult the Grandmaster like that?
Yeah.
Be gone! Banishment.
What are we drinking this evening, Myshkin?
Do I get a save against that? Okay.
Well, whatever V and Iftrin will offer. But I think more importantly, we need to have a conversation about what happens next.
Conversation? Then I say port wine.
Perfect. I don't want to rush anything, and God knows we require a little bit of respite after the last, honestly, month. But still, I think it is important for us to talk and discuss our next steps.
No, I agree.
Indeed.
So, for myself, I have thought on it all of today, and Kaivar, we know something awful is on the horizon. This Cinder Queen you speak of. Beyond a name and beyond a location, we know little else. I feel I can be of most use sequestered away amongst books, scrolls, tomes, in the tower, searching for information as much as for resources, perhaps even a means of assisting ourselves in the battles to come. I do not say this lightly. I would much rather spend my time with all of you. But if there is information and if there are armaments to be found, it will be within what Sim left behind. But I would welcome your thoughts on the matter.
Yes, yes. Most wise. Yes, yes. But...
And Kaivar is going to briefly take a moment. He's actually going to clasp a hand on your shoulder, and it's going to be an entirely different experience than what you would usually expect. RoBear, can I do something that is totally not canon and totally not something that runs with a spell? It's just kind of a thing. I want to try and relink the knowledge of Kaivar's book into the knowledge of the tower. I want to be able to give Myshkin access to that resource while he's doing his searching.
Oh yeah, I think we've set up plenty of that inside of the live episode. That information train is ultimately linked.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. In that case, sod it. I will use it as a way of casting legend lore just for the funsies of it, because out of combat nonsense is fun. And you will sit there and you will experience that kind of archival scene with a great rows of hexagons that you've seen before in Kaivar's memory, but it really quickly snaps you out of it.
Sim's tower, your tower, held much knowledge of Voshborg. Yes, yes, but I too had this knowledge within.
And Kaivar's going to hold up the book, the bound psalms.
Please, Vane told me to share this knowledge. Yes, yes. Use it. Take as you need. Yes.
Thank you. But in truth, it is not my tower. It is ours. All of ours. To use as we will. I have not had the privilege of calling a place home in a very long time. Almost 50 years now. Nor indeed have I been privileged enough to have surrounded myself with family, but what's mine is yours.
I have been taught much by you and Loluphia and Kallisto and Farouk and Chrissy. Home is family. Tower or no tower, you still have a home. Yes? Yes? So, search and find answers. Yes, yes, but return to us when you are done. Yes, yes.
Do we have a sending stone or something like that?
I imagine so. But like some kind of communication, right?
Yeah.
On top of that, with legend lore, this binding between information in the tower and Kaivar's book. Not only are you able to communicate Myshkin when you need to, in a very direct and FaceTimey kind of way, also, this is going to allow for his pages to show up in your book, Kaivar, as he catalogs. I think this is also a proper time to let the audience know that Ed is going to be away from us for an extended period of time with work. So we are setting up fun little ways inside of canon that Ed can still interact with us while he is gone.
Myshkin just leans back in his chair and just gestures at all of you, and so Direct me in how I can help all of you.
Well, I still need to discuss this with you, Loluphia, but I think after dealing with this threat, we've almost reached a point where keeping the Sky Marshals, Wardens, and honestly everyone else in separate, non-connected forces is not going to be helpful, especially when we're dealing with this Cinder Queen. We might need more people on deck if we do end up dealing with a invasion of some kind. I think we will need to start trying to create bridges between the Wardens and the Sky Marshals to have some kind of force ready in case things go sour faster than we anticipated down there. And I think getting you connected, Myshkin, with the Wardens and having you feed any information you learn of the Cinder Queen to the Wardens as well in real time would be very helpful. Let us prepare equipment, personnel, experience and training, anything we can for the inevitable day that this thing becomes an issue, or we try and tackle it before it becomes one.
Well, thankfully, transferring information to you shouldn't be a problem. It
No.
appears I have a bug on the inside.
That was so clever.
I have my
When-
moments.
When I peered into the cavern and saw Cinder Queen, much power already gathered. We should not wait too long. Yes,
Yes.
96 days from midnight today, but when we are ready, we should go. Yes, yes.
Yes, and we will waste no time. As Grandmaster Wardens, we'll get started tomorrow.
There are other
96
forces.
days will go fast.
Oh, yes, yes. There are other forces perhaps in the city to be gathered, yes?
That's what Kallisto was talking about. Finding a way to bridge the unpleasant gaps between Sky Marshals and others.
I wonder about...
If it was any other situation, I would happily just lean on the Wardens, but I think extra manpower is always good, especially for this.
Who's the leader of Stormforge?
It
Great
is run
question.
by Academic Council.
Noted.
We also have other allies that we can call on. We have Vias in the upper city. We can perhaps call upon him.
Who is
Additionally,
that?
Tiefling
Hmm.
in the upper city. Same one, I believe, who has had dealings with you, Kallisto. Perhaps
Yeah.
if...
Did
more
he give you the
info-
bullets that made you go down by yourself?
Yeah, what did it make me
Right.
go down? I was just safer to go down and
Encouraged
test
you,
it
gave
there.
you the idea. Hate that. Vias, don't know him. Already sour taste.
Well, I'm
We'll
not that
talk
I'm just blindly agreeing with my wife, but is Vias a combatant in any way, shape, or form?
I don't know.
He seemed more
but
like a priest.
He's a biomancer.
Okay. Well, that could be useful as I turn to Loluphia.
Like I said, just sour taste. I'm not saying no.
He also
And
has extensive dealings with the travel between the planes that we now face.
additionally, if there is one thing that our friend here has taught us, and he nods at Farouk, a little bit of faith goes a long way.
Indeed. As
And-
you all look to the present, I will turn to the past. I will ask the ancestors to guide me through what they have seen. Try to find information that no one else could possibly know about the hordes from the Plane of Fire and the Cinder Queen.
Interesting. Okay.
When I looked into fire long ago, I saw a threat to my people. Yes. I wonder if it is worth reaching out. Yes, no. I do not know.
If I remember, those were visions long extended of our own failure. What would
Afraid
happen
they might fight. Yes.
if we were to not succeed?
Yeah.
Kaiba, I know very little of your people, or quite frankly, how to contact them. That is all you. Is that something you want to do?
Ivar sort of pensively stares down for a second, looks at the book, looks at his own hands for a moment.
I do not know. I am now apart from them. Reaching back, I could become one with them again, but I might lose myself, yes. Like before. I do not think I want that. But Stormforge is at stake. You are at stake. My family is at stake. So maybe I shall try. I do not know. Yes, no. But I remember what Arvard told us. Yes. There is always room for second chances. Yes, yes. So, maybe I speak. Maybe they listen. I do not know. I will think on this. Yes, yes.
That's your decision to make, Kaiba. Just let us know when you do.
Or if you need assistance.
Oh,
In any
yes,
way.
yes. Would not want to do this alone. No, no. Bad idea.
That's the great thing about this group. We're gonna stuck together.
Oh,
I think at this
yes.
point you all actually live here.
Kallisto sighs so deeply when you say that.
Yeah. Remembering the freedom they once had off time.
Ivar fondly looks back in the direction of his real home, the damn crate.
Bolting you in.
I don't need to be registered as a resident of the Amberforge. I need to be registered at my own separate address. Amberforge sub-address, the crate.
Or like the
Ivar
house in
is
America that's a different country.
Oh, yeah.
the only person that I know that has killed a man in your house.
Yeah, literally in my house.
Is that
Yeah.
castle
about
doctrine
that.
at that point?
Ivar killed a
That was
man.
so early.
In all fairness, I didn't mean to roll that nat 20. Like, you know.
Don't disturb that bug when he sleeps.
Don't disturb that bug, or so help me.
No, no, very dangerous.
He's got 4 punches.
With Myshkin in charge of research, Kallisto and Loluphia in charge of preparing the present, and Kaivar and Faroük looking to the past. 96 days looms on the horizon of a threat no one knows exists. That's where we'll pick up. Next session, headed in some direction that affects either the present or the past. Diggy, diggy hole.
Or?
Diggy, diggy hole.
Diggy diggy hole?
Or?
Or eventually we're going to have to go in the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
The way you
Just a
worded that
question of-
has
yeah.
confused me. Like, are we changing the past?
No, we're
Present
looking for
or the
answers.
past?
No.
Okay, you said
For-
or, and I was like, are we about to butterfly effect everything? Do I not know Kallisto? I was born.
No, we'll be on one of the two adventures. We're either going to go
Pastime scares
looking
me.
into the past, or we're going to be looking to prepare for the present.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay. My brain went to the worst.
Thank you guys for joining us for a very much needed catch up and RP. Ed, we love you. Sorry you have to be gone with work for so long.
I know.
Get him
me
one
too.
episode, lose him for 7.
For real. For
It'll happen again
real.
next time. One
Dude-
episode, lose him for
Dude
7.
bagged the live show and was out. Done.
It's like, man, this
I've done my
actual
due
play stuff is pretty tiring, actually. This is,
Yeah, Dad's checked in with the kids at least once a month.
yeah. And Ziva wasn't even here. I don't know.
No, he's checked out.
Yeah.
I love it. But this is where we have to love you and leave you. We'll see everybody next week. Take care. Bye.